Hello, and welcome to the first episode of an as yet unnamed podcast. My name is Christopher Elmore.
My name is Nick Gonzo.
And for the next half hour or so, we are going to be looking at some films. We'll look at some music. We'll talk about it a little bit. Maybe do a bit of a 2016 retrospective. When we're recording this, it is the end of January, so it seems appropriate to do that. One of the features that we wanted to do on this podcast was we would start each podcast with an interesting or like a funny piece of unusual news, and that would be our opener, and we would lead with that, and we'd talk about that for a few minutes. But then you came across this story which completely killed the idea. So please talk about that.
Just because I'm a diehard professional, which one?
This was the Sean Spicer chewing gum story.
Oh God, yeah.
Nick, we talked about this literally an hour ago. What's wrong with you?
You can edit all this out. So I have had a very hard week on the internet this week.
Sure.
Just in general, because now with the Trump administration in full swing, it's very difficult to work out what's real and what's satire. So I read a Huffington Post article called Sean Spicer, who is the White House.
He's
the
press secretary. Yeah.
He's the press secretary. He's the C.J. Craig of the Trump White House. If you've never seen The West Wing, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, we get it.
Yeah, but I await his version of The Jackal. Sean Spicer is the toilet bowl around which all White House news must swill before eventually being evacuated out of the building. And aside from the fact that he looks like Abe from Aid Odyssey, with a hairpiece, struggling to try and get the Mudokons to fight against the evil regime, he is a man who looks like at any moment he'll have a psychotic break and twice in 1 week tweet out his Twitter password.
I was going to mention this, yeah. Apparently he tweeted his Twitter password twice.
Twice, on two separate occasions. Like, you do it once, you'd be like, don't do that again. He just did it again. Like, it's like it's a cry for help.
I'm genuinely wondering, like, what chain of events led him to do that, because the send tweet field doesn't look anything like the enter your password here field. So I can't picture a single situation in which you would accidentally tweet your password.
Well, he's now more funny than the My Dad Google searches Twitter function, where somebody convinced their dad that Twitter was Google, and they would like search for things to make me stop farting. But so Sean Spicer I read a Huffington Post piece where it revealed that Sean Spicer had to do a press release to talk about how big Trump's hands were.
Okay.
So I did quite a lot of Google research into it to find out that it was bollocks, because it wasn't real. It was a parody news thing.
Sure.
But the fact that it's 2017, I do extensive Googling to find out if Onion articles are real or not is dark as hell. So Sean Spicer, after this terrible debauchery of whether or not Trump's hands are big or not, I read a story that revealed the following, which is that Sean Spicer eats, chews, and swallows 35 pieces of cinnamon-flavored chewing gum a day. Which leads me to believe that he might actually just be a being made out of chewing gum.
Yeah, and
like a hive of nanobots that live in sticky suspension.
That is a statement which raises so many more questions.
It's an answer to a question we never asked, and now have thousands more to back it up with.
Yeah, I mean, okay. First of all, what was the situation in which that it was appropriate for him to reveal that information? Because I like to imagine that he was asked a question about some aspect of Trump's foreign policy or something, and then just responded with, "I eat 35 pieces of chewing gum every day." Like, he just responds with a total non sequitur.
Yeah, the thing is that being a true professional, he even dropped in the fact that it's Orbit Cinnamon.
Oh, so he got a plug in there as well. I imagine.
Yeah, he even. with all the news from the first press conferences of the new administration, it's no surprise that seemingly insane fact about the White House press secretary Sean Spicer has emerged. He reportedly chews and swallows whole entire packs of Orbit cinnamon chewing gum.
Oh my god, but that would like fill up his whole mouth.
He told the Washington Post that he does 2.5 packs by noon. That's about... Wait. I said he does 35 sticks. No. That's 35 sticks before noon. Every day.
I mean, I get that he's a wealthy guy, right? But does he just have crates of this delivered to his residence? You know,
Can a man physically carry that much gum? Like, I don't think so. I have that many pockets.
I mean, in terms of like, you know how like humans are 60% water and
Yeah.
you know
Not him.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, what percentage of him is actually just undigestible thickening agent? And how much of his sustenance could come from that? It's like when you hear about people who smoke 60 cigarettes a day. Like, I can't even imagine. I mean, I smoke, but I can't even imagine having the time to do that. If I were to do nothing, if I were to do literally nothing but smoke all day, every day, I still don't think I would get there. And it's like 35 sticks of gum. Like, where does he find the time? You know, doesn't he have a job?
Like, aside from the fact that you're constantly chewing, right,
Yeah.
which is an incredible drain on your time. The fact is that he must extrude mass like a Play-Doh sausage factory.
Oh God,
Like,
Nick, come
he
on.
must just sit there on the toilet and just weave out a delicate basket of turds made out of pink flab. Just
And like a Play-Doh factory, it comes out like star-shaped or heart-shaped or heart-shaped or something.
depending on his mood.
He doesn't have he doesn't wear a mood ring, right? He has like he has a mood sphincter.
The fact is that the dude came out on the first like official conference he had to make and just developed a flot sweat within seconds.
Oh yeah.
He was wetter than.
I'm definitely editing that part out.
All right, let me try that again. He was very moist.
There we go.
He made the White House lawn look like the Nevada sunrise.
Basically the point of telling this story is that this is the story which killed our entire interest.
Yeah. I genuinely couldn't find anything funny beyond that because real life had become funnier.
Yeah, and we don't want this to become a political podcast, especially.
No, we made the decision. It's not Trump watch.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. It's not going to be Trump watch. 2017
is the year I decided not to argue with people on Facebook, so I'm not going to do it via podcast either.
Let's move on.